These are the stories of women as told in their own words, by their own voices. And this first story is truly heartbreaking.
The story that I would like to share is about my son. He was 21 years old, and he had lived out on his own for a little while. And on Halloween of last year, 2021, he came to me and told me that he had been taking Percocet and he was ashamed. He had been doing it for about 2 months. And he wanted to stop because he felt that his depression and low self-esteem of being on his own is what had led to it. So we did. We moved him home. It took us about 2 weeks to do it. But 5 days after he had moved home, I got up one morning and I found him dead in his bedroom. I'm going to try not to cry. My name is November the Doberman on TikTok, and I have his full story pinned at the top of my page where I get into a little bit more detail. But it was due to fentanyl. It wasn't Percocet. He had a very minimal amount in his system, but because he didn't have a long history with drugs, that's all it took to kill him. And as he lay dying, me, my husband, and my other son slept in our beds not knowing anything. And I'm just hoping that maybe with your following, just mentioning fentanyl or this story will help get the word out there, because like many parents, up until it happened to me, I thought it couldn't happen to me. Even though I had known somebody that had died from it 6 months prior to that, I thought not my kids. And I'm still living this nightmare almost a year later.
You know, I pray to God I never have to experience anything like that. That's part of the reason why I do these videos, is because I want people to understand that your words matter, because you don't know what people are going through. This next story comes from a wife. And she just feels abandoned on her anniversary.
I've known my husband for well over 25 years. Started out as friends. And, started dating in like 2018. Got married in 2019, and we're on our 3rd anniversary today. Although he's kind of stood me up for it. We're not together on our anniversary today. And it hurts so much. So much. We've been separated for a year with trying to get back together, and some of the boundaries included maybe not being together every day. And that really hurts. But I would go with it because I don't want to trigger his anger. Even though those boundaries are perhaps unfair and don't get to the root of the problem. I still live with them. Lived with them. I just thought I'd share my story. I guess those boundaries are stern enough. Anyway, he's flaked on our anniversary today. And while we've only been married for 3 years, all that friendship and everything just feels broken.
You know, I wish I had something to say to make people feel better. Sometimes I don't think that's necessary, though. This last story is of a woman where I think communication is key. Because you never know what the other person is thinking.
A coworker that I knew for about 3 years, and I started becoming really close, like very deep friends. And we started spending just a lot of time together at work, outside of work. Nothing physical happened between us or no dates, but he said a lot of things that really led me on to believe that he had feelings for me. Such things like he was going to put me in his will because he knew I would always be in his life. And
Wow.
there were many, many things that he did to lead me on to believe these feelings were there. And then when I confronted him about 3 months into this friendship, he said that he did not have feelings for me and he denied everything. Then he ended the friendship with me abruptly, just totally cut me off, said, I can't be friends with you anymore. And several months later, I found out that the woman who was supposed to be a sister to me, my best friend, like literally my safe person, had been dating him for several months behind my back. And
Wow.
we had all been friends, so they knew each other. But basically, right around the time that he cut off things with me, he went and had this relationship with her. Just complete betrayal of trust from two people that were actually the two people that I loved the most, was betrayed on the most profound level from both of them. I love your content so much, and I also just want to mention to you that so for me as a woman, I'm slightly overweight, not obese, just chubby. And all my life, I have always heard, you have such a beautiful face, but if you were only a little bit thinner. And that is the backhanded compliment, not a compliment. And that is very common where men are trying to just put women in a box to say, oh, well, if you were only thinner, if you only had bigger boobs, if your butt wasn't so big, well, actually your thighs are too big, just those type of very shallow comments, and really do a lot of damage to a woman's self-esteem instead of just saying that we're beautiful no matter what.
I think that's a great example of honesty is the most important. I don't know whether this man had feelings for her or not, but it's apparent that he wasn't clear about his feelings from the beginning. When you're telling a woman who obviously is in love with you that you'll be in she'll be in your will, and it's obvious that she had feelings. Communication, communication, communication in all relationships. If you've got a story that you'd like to tell, and it can be anything, it can be relationships, it could be about being a mother, go to my Instagram, send me a voice message. Take care, guys.